Hi seniors, if you're watching this video, that means you read my nice long email talking about college application process and needed a little bit more information on how to fill out the college application checklist, who needs to fill it out, and the very important mandatory deadlines that you need to make sure you hit. So most importantly, who needs to fill out this form? So if you are applying to a college or university that is part of the Common App, then absolutely yes, you need to fill out this form. If you are applying to a college or university that requires a secondary school report and or a college recommendation, then yes, you need to fill out this form. But here's the but. If you're only applying to a UC or a Cal State school and you're not applying to any private schools or any other schools other than UCs and Cal States, then you do not need to fill out this form. Okay? Or if you plan on going to COC, you do not need to fill out this form. Now, how do you know if your school that you're applying to requires a secondary school report? It's pretty simple. Go to that school's website. If they are part of Common App, then they're going to need this form. If they need any letters of recommendation, then you're going to need this form, okay? Or if they need something called a secondary school report or an SSR or something they call a counselor report, then you're going to need to make sure you fill out this form and hit the appropriate deadlines, okay? So, how are you going to fill out this form? It's pretty straightforward, but the first thing you need to do is determine if you're going to apply early action, early decision, or a regular decision. I provided you with both the early action and the regular decision forms, and you need to make sure you select the correct form, okay? Right there at the top, you need to make sure, like I said, pretty straightforward, you list your name clearly, your ID number, and your email that you actually check, because if your counselor has any questions, we need to be able to contact you, okay? Make sure those are listed clearly on the form. Step 1, you are going to read and check the correct boxes. So this is going to catch you. If you are applying to UCs and Cal States, then you're going to check this box in addition to the other schools. So you're going to check that off. You do not list UCs and Cal States here. Okay, you just check this box. If you are applying to any out-of-state schools that do not require a secondary school report or a counselor evaluation, then you'll go ahead and check this box so that we know you're applying to some other schools, okay? Right down here, you're going to list the schools, okay, and the source of the application and the deadline. So in other words, I want to apply to USC. I'm going to write University of Southern California here. They are part of Common Application, so they're going to go in this row. And then I'm going to put this application deadline. Please make sure to check if that application deadline has any early scholarship deadline. So for example, USC has an early scholarship deadline of December 1st, so you would list December 1st here. Okay, it's up to you to make sure you're researching this. If you're applying to a school like Georgetown, Georgetown is not part of the Common Application, so they would be listed in this row, and then you would in turn list that application deadline here. Okay. A little different with early action. The only difference is you need to tell us if you're applying early action or early decision. In this column, you would write EA for early action or ED for early decision. But otherwise, everything is the same up until this point. All right? Now, you must, super important in step 3, go through each one of these boxes. You're going to check them off before you walk into your counselor's office. Okay, so keep in mind you're agreeing to attend the college admissions workshop, which we are having at the beginning of the school year. You're going to list all colleges you're applying to in Naviance. You're going to complete the brag sheet, which is right there in Naviance, and there's a part for you and your parent. If this is not done before you turn this in, the form is not considered complete, and that is your part and your parent's part. So please plan early. You can start this summer. Now, this part you will check off when you go to see your counselor, because you need to request this SSR in person, okay? This form in person with your counselor if it's regular decision by October 27th. And all these boxes need to be checked off by then, all right? You're going to waive your FERPA, which is recommended, and all that information is listed right there in the package I sent to you over the summer. And most importantly, right here, you're going to agree that you're taking an active role in your college application process. Therefore, you're prepared to answer or clarify any questions my counselor may have regarding the school choices on the application. Keep in mind, all of this is generated by you, the student. So you're going to turn this into us, And we're going to expect, if we have any questions, we need to be able to ask you. What we don't want to hear is, I don't know, my mom or my dad is filling out the form. This is from you, and we need to be able to ask you these questions, okay? And then most importantly, read our other little disclaimer. If you miss any of these deadlines, then it is possible that we might not be able to get our information into the colleges on time, okay? There's a spot for you to sign and your parents to sign to make sure you guys have all discussed and you agree on this. So the early action deadline, if you're applying early action or early decision, all of this needs to be into us by September 1st, 2017. If it's regular decision, October 27th, 2017, okay? So make sure you hit those deadlines. Please don't miss them. Now, these are standard, but if you have a school's deadline that is sooner than 3 weeks prior to these deadlines, then you need to get it into us sooner. We need at least 3 weeks to go ahead and organize everything and make sure we get it all in on time so you don't miss anything. All right? So that's just a little tidbit. Thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.